Philadelphia solidifies their big three by adding Paul George. The Boston Celtics raise the Larry O'Brien Trophy and hang banner 18. And Mikal Bridges is added to the New York Knicks. But what's next for the Milwaukee Bucks? And where is John Horst right now? I'm Jake Finnerty, and welcome on into Bucks Digest for all things Milwaukee Bucks. Keep it locked here on Bucks Digest. Hit that subscribe button down below. But with free agency opening up on Sunday, the real question is, what's next for the Milwaukee Bucks in an ever-growing Eastern Conference? As just mentioned, the Celtics taking home the NBA championship. The New York Knicks adding even more to their roster, as well as the Philadelphia 76ers forming their own big three. We obviously saw the Milwaukee Bucks add Damian Lillard last year to complement an already very, very strong team. But what's next, especially with head coach Doc Rivers now having full reins from the start of the season? Moving forward, well, the first move, I guess, is to do what the big rumors surrounding the team were, and that's adding more versatility on the defensive end of the ball. So the Bucks went and picked up a veteran guard on a veteran wing, I should say, on a veteran minimum, and that's Delon Wright, coming in at 6'5" and a plus-minus of 2.5 on the defensive box score. He can provide you 4.5 points a game, almost 2 rebounds a game, a little bit over 2 assists a game. But the big thing is, again, what we just mentioned, that defensive versatility. He's a very big point of attack defender. He can easily get to the ball, and the steals per game. He averages at least a steal per game, but can provide and attacks the ball wherever it is on the court, and kind of gets a way to get those pesky steals and poke the ball out, not allow as many shots to even get up on the defensive end of the floor, and then provide some of that playmaking on the other end. But a big question that I have with this first move is, what is really the difference in this compared to another player we had just seen join the Milwaukee Bucks nearing the end of last season that actually made quite an impact? And that's Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley, in 26 games with the Bucks, provided 6 points, 3.6 rebounds per game, and 2.6 assists per game. So even just a little bit better on the offensive side of the ball. And that defensive rating almost exactly up to par with Delon Wright at 115.1, and Delon Wright was at 114.1. They're almost exactly the same, and honestly, Beverley, being a guy that was in this system, was already on the team before, he's kind of knows and feels around Milwaukee. So I'm kind of confused on why you go with Delon Wright, who may be 3 years younger than Beverley, but still, you're signing him to a veteran minimum. You have Patrick Beverley, who has had playoff experience, who has had defensive tendencies that you know what you're getting on the floor with Beverley. There's still a chance to bring him back in and get him to be another defender where you want on that point of attack and versatility, especially as a starter. He was exceptional when Damian Lillard went down, and even when Giannis Antetokounmpo went down, and he filled into that role. But honestly, the really big question is, where is John Horst right now? It's no question that everyone in the East is getting better. Even we saw the Atlanta Hawks trade away DeJounte Murray and start making moves as well, who just a couple of years ago were a contender within the playoffs. It's just a lot is up in the air right now, and the Bucks seem to be falling behind because they aren't making any drastic moves. That has been the only move that we've seen them make amid a lot of rumors on what's to come with Brook Lopez. And of course, Brook Lopez being a guy who has solidified himself in Milwaukee for the past however many years, honestly. And he's 4th all-time in threes made for this franchise, for this team. And it's just a very big question mark on what's to come next with him. Are they keeping him as he goes on to his final year of his contract, or will he truly be traded and dished out for a more versatile defender? As good as he is in the paint and blocking and guarding that rim and providing offense, of course, he's shooting 40% in corner threes. Half of his shots are coming from behind the arc, and even freeing up the lane for the Greek Freak to go through and do exactly what he needs to do, as this is Giannis's team. Honestly, it's just a big question mark on what is to come and where is John Horst thinking in all of this. A lot of guys that you could have added to this team have just gone off the market. We saw Jonathan Isaac return to the Orlando Magic, who could have been a good versatile wing both on the offensive and defensive side of the floor for you, but you made no attempts, from what we know, to go out and get him or even make an offer at him. The window is closing. If you want to improve your team in the East, you have a team where, of course, you have Giannis and Dame, but Chris Middleton, who has been up and down ever since his injury a few years ago. Brook Lopez, who is a solid guy, but is he really that versatile defender with the mobility that you really want on your team, especially in retooling and when Doc Rivers is taking over this team, finally taking the reins on his own? Is he a guy that he wants around? What is to come with this free agency? Where is John Horst going to go? And who do you want to join the Milwaukee Bucks as the offseason continues? Comment down below and keep it locked on Bucks Digest for all things Milwaukee Bucks.